And how about we start this hour with Charlie in Tempe, Arizona, right down the street. Hi there, Charlie.
Hi, Kim. How are you?
Good. So I understand that you have an Airbnb?
Well, yeah, well, it's currently on hold. But yes, I did. I did have a very lucrative and successful Airbnb.
So tell us what happened.
May 19th, so about 5 months ago, I accepted I accepted a reservation for May 19th, and that turned into a giant party. What I would only assume would be a lot of underage drinking, party buses dropping people off. There were probably 100 to 150 people at any given time at my little 1,200 square foot, little under a quarter acre house. So,
Wait. So you had in your 1,200 square, you had 150 people?
Yeah, I was out of town working, and my neighbors said they probably counted anywhere from 100 to 150 people at any given time.
Oh my gosh! And so obviously
yeah.
they probably didn't take care of the place. Now, did they?
Oh no, they did not. Yeah, it's very inconsiderate for a one night reservation, if you will. It didn't turn out so well for me. Luckily, I had some surveillance. I have about 6 Nest cameras strung out throughout my house on the exterior only, just watching all the perimeter and that sort of thing. So I was able to capture most of it on surveillance and contact the police. However, to my avail, they did not do really anything to stop it.
Okay, so you're sitting there, you're out of town, you're on a business trip, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're getting the Nest text alerts that motion has been detected.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then you pop on, and then you see like this flood of people.
Yeah, well, I mean, it didn't really start as the notification from Nest, because typically when there's somebody staying at my home, I generally try to ignore it. I try not to get, try to deprive the privacy end of it. It's really just there for my, security and protection at that point. But my neighbors actually contacted me, and that's when I started really digging deeper into the cameras and seeing what views and what exactly was going on.
So how much damage did they do, Charlie?
So right now, I'm still dealing with the insurance side of things with Airbnb, but currently just in stolen property and just damaged personal property, which is, of course, nothing attached to the home, like walls, furniture, just walls, furniture, stuff like that. I'm about $27,000 in just personal property and stolen property.
And what was the rent that you charged? What was the rent that you charged for the night?
That was severely inefficient for, I think I was about $180 that I got from that reservation. Wow. So it was a single night type reservation. And so I usually kind of discount a little bit. But
you bring up an interesting point, because I actually have 2 VRBOs.
Mm-hmm.
And I have mine under instant confirmation. So if they want to book, they just book. And every once in a while I'll sit there and I'll go, this is probably a bad idea, because you don't really have a chance to check the person out, right? I mean, with VRBO, it comes back and it says, okay, they're a verified Expedia user. Okay, well, that helps me, right? And so I actually got an instant confirmation on one of my properties, and I did Google the guy, and it ends up that he works, I'm not going to say, but he's a big dog at one of the big computer companies. And I thought, I think he'll probably be okay,
Right.
But what's interesting is with not just with Airbnb, but also with VRBO, is that, the kids here in town, they'll go to these parties, right? Where the parents or the kid will rent a house on Airbnb or VRBO for the night to hold the party.
Yep.
And then they charge $20 to get into the party.
Yep, you're 100% correct.
And so is that what happened to you?
I'm almost 100% positive that's exactly what happened to me. It was pretty obvious. When they first arrived, they did a walk through the property, pointed out the cameras, kind of access points. They really bottlenecked it. The traffic control down the street. So they kept the cars from pulling in front of my house and dropping people off. They would drop them off at the corner. just past the view of the camera, just so it wouldn't alert me. Turned off the front exterior lights, that sort of thing. However, I do have a fully integrated smart home, so I'm able to control just about every single light fixture in my home and appliance. So that was pretty easy to circumvent on their end, or at least I was able to circumvent around them just turning switches on and off. So it's to an extent.
So now, what does Airbnb say about it?
Well,
because do they check people out?
Yeah. So part of my me being as a host, obviously they have a host guarantee program, which is basically their insurance policy, covers up to $1 million worth of damages. The thing is, I require in my bookings is to screen the booking, so I don't have instant booked, because I felt that could be, like you said, damaging at some point. Right. I mean, it doesn't really leave like a really safe place, especially if it's a home I live in. And there's supposed to be a verified Airbnb user, which I require as my booking. And obviously, they were still able to book with what apparently is a fake name, because the police found no way to connect the name to the credit card or the card on
that's
file
interesting.
that was charged.
Yeah.
So, I mean, just with anything else, like there's supposed to be an ID verification process. So a federal state ID, you're supposed to scan or take a picture of the front and the back to verify it to you. I would assume there's some sort of human verification on Airbnb side, not just like say facial recognition or something like that.
Yeah, but, because I rented a property in LA off of Airbnb, Charly, in the summer, and they required the front and back of my driver's license, and I thought that was kind of interesting that. Maybe they are doing some type of checks here, but, it serves as a warning really for all of us that are getting into these vacation rentals. And if you're using your home, or even if it's a second home of yours, that you need to have at least some background checks and some homework on the folks and what exactly they'll be doing, and maybe limiting it to not so many people, Charly. I think 7 in a 1,200 square foot house, that would have been a lot for me. I have mine limited to no more than 2 or 4. And that seems to give us just some great couples and some couples with some great kids. Thanks for sharing your story. Hey, thanks for watching. Now, a few things. Don't forget to click the like button and also subscribe to our YouTube channel. And for more digital know-how, check out all these other great links.